Let's fucking go.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
And what do you sacrifice?
Calm. Kindness, kinship. Love. I've given up all chance at inner peace. I made my mind a sunless space. I share my dreams with ghosts. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight, they set me on a path from which there's no escape. I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost, and by the time I look down, there's no longer any ground beneath my feet. What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future. I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. Now, the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything!
Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and you're very welcome back to an impromptu stream here to celebrate the announcement of an Andor, Cassian Andor, Rogue One branded, but it still is a long awaited Cassian Andor. So maybe I'll get my banner sorted here. So yeah, what you just saw there, obviously if you're a fan of Andor, you know that particular monologue, Move Over Shakespeare. That's the dialogue we need to be teaching the youth about in English and media classes. Absolutely fantastic performance from Stellan Skarsgård and from just kind of fact checking myself now. That was Stellan Skarsgård, yeah. Yeah, it was just actually doubting myself now, but yeah, just incredible performance. He's got some repertoire. If you look back to his filmography, I mean, he was in, I nearly forgot he was in Good Will Hunting. Of course, he's in Dune 2 as well. And then he's just going through absolute blistering monologue like that. Absolute, just incredible. So if you haven't watched it, that's just one of the many highlights that you will see in Andor Season 1. Slow burn, but the best writing I've seen in any Star Wars, and that includes the original trilogy. And look, the original trilogy, they're epic movies. It's one of the best trilogy of all time. It's one of the greatest movies in science fiction films of all time. And it was ahead of its time and all this type of stuff. And, you know, without that, we would have nothing. But I think in terms of like the complex writing and adult themes and the darkness and the atmosphere, Andor is, just check it out. If yeah, absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's get some background music here. We may have some people joining us later on, but I'm just going to get us started here, because I really want to talk about this. Is kind of real event announcement. Some announcements are not for me. Some announcements are exciting, and this is what I would consider an event announcement. Although it's not entirely perfect, but we'll get into that. Right, so where is I have my banner up. If you're watching now and you're not subscribed, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, get involved in the chat. I will check in the chat momentarily, just getting the chilled background music on there. All right, let's have a look at the chat. We got a lot of people, 24 people watching live. Thanks very much. As usual, folks, the pinned comment in the live chat is a link to channel memberships. We've got 2 tiers, troopers and commanders, with various different levels of perks. Some of those perks include priority response to comments on videos or in the live chat. Some of them automatically get you into certain giveaways. Some of them you'd have like the membership badges and stuff like that, and the custom emojis next. And the odd time I do actually put up early access to videos and stuff like that. Right, so yeah, no pressure, but if you want to support the channel that way, please go ahead and click the link and do so. We got Phil, that's Rogue One Photography. He's a channel member, he's a panel member, and he is the wielder of the blue wrench. And yeah, if you're not following on Instagram, do. He just takes incredible photos. Another very artistic, I've got a very nice panel there on Monday nights on the Hope Show. Very, very creative, artistic people. We got Tiny Art Guy, who I don't want to say he's talented, because I always think calling someone talent is a bit of a cop-out, as if like they were born talented and that's it. He obviously put a lot of hard work into getting his skill set up to produce the stuff he can produce. But yeah, fantastic, really, really nice guy. And he's got a YouTube channel as well. And if you go to Tiny Art Guy on Instagram, you can check out these paintings he's done. They're not paintings, sorry, I'm getting that wrong. I asked him this before, sorry, he's going to, for me, highly detailed, impressive pieces of art. Yeah, just check it out. Dublin's Devil, I'm here for the Andor figure giveaway. You're full of shit, Keith. There is no Andor giveaway going on here, but we will be talking about the Artisan Anakin Skywalker giveaway. And who knows, maybe I do other giveaways in the future. Yeah, I will. You got Jose G. Hernandez. Hello there. We got a Mexican as a hot toy. Good stuff. Speaking of Mexicans, we have Marco G here.
I don't like the way you said that, but I'm going to allow it.
Oh my God, that's offensive. Plenty. Did you just get offended because I commented on your heritage?
I've slandered the Irish plenty, so we're gonna allow that one.
This is true. You see, somewhere in the mix, there's a fine line where it's not racist. It's just a sense of humor. Okay, so I think you understand, yeah. How are you?
What's the use? I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I got one more day of school and then I got 2 weeks off. The sun is shining here. It's incredible. There's something I think the country's broken. I'm not complaining. It's nice. Like
good time of year.
Good time. Yeah, absolutely. So this is. I'm gonna get through the chat because I want to pick your brain on a few things. How much time do you have available roughly?
I got probably like an hour and a half max.
Oh man, that is perfect. Yeah, because we'll probably touch on the not dark side Anakin, and then of course K2SO and Andor as well. But look, I'm gonna address the chat, and then we'll have a chat. So I'm gonna chat with you. So we got Vita. This is Jim Collector's better half. Vita is a channel member and supporter of the channel, and she supports Jim. You know, she makes all his decisions for him now, I believe. Who else do we have? We have Corey with a K. There's Corey with a K. Hi, Corey with a K. We have, who else do we have? Austin Collects, who is a channel member as well. So happy this is Rogue One license. Now I need a gin. I'm kind of on the other end of that spectrum. But I think the Rogue One fans were here first, so I think they kind of deserve it branded Rogue One. But it might, maybe this is the first of many Cassian Andors we get, and hopefully we get the one I was looking for. What a clip. Absolutely amazing. You are not wrong. Incredible performance by Stellan Skarsgård. Even the lighting in that clip's incredible, and the kind of the atmospheric kind of soundtrack in the background, but of course the dialogue. It's the dialogue and his delivery, I think, of the trump cards, and you never really see him go off until that point in the series, and that's why the pacing is so important, because they give you that payoff. Ryan Smith, thank you very much for being here. Channel member. Jim Collector, this is Vita's lesser half. I'm only joking, Jim. But we know she's the better half, you know. We all have a better half. Artisan Boar Gullet incoming. I'm going to be completely ignorant here, Ryan. I watched your video, and I don't know who that is. It's a character from Rogue One. I know you're a massive Rogue One fan. I love Rogue One, but I don't know who that character is.
He's the creature that they torture the pilot with. That what's his name?
Oh, there's kind of like an octopus.
Oh, Gullet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got you. That impression was very good, man. Very good.
Appreciate that. I've been working on it.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. I did hear him say this in his video. I didn't realize that was the kind of octopus looking thing. Yeah.
Which I don't know that I loved that. Like, it was kind of like a grounded movie, and then they kind of introduced that. I'm like, I don't know if it fits, but it's still kind of a cool concept.
I think little things I can excuse if like, it's like, I say this about like The Dark Knight a lot, because I think it's easy to criticize something you don't like. It's just so easy. But it's hard to criticize something you like.
Yeah.
And as much as I think Dark Knight is a 5-star masterpiece, it's not perfect, and I can't critique it. You know?
And as time has gone on, its flaws show even more, I would say.
I would say, though, it's the same flaws we kind of recognized already.
True,
maybe they become a bit more obvious. Like the voice, yeah, okay. But are you going to drop it from a 5-star down to a 4-star because you didn't like the sound of your man's voice? He doesn't talk that much, like, you know.
True.
But like with this there, with that point you just made, it's like, okay, I can see where you're coming from, because I think we agree on a lot of things like that in terms of that, like, yeah, if it didn't suit the tone. But if like 90% plus of the movie is pointing in the right direction, you get a few fish trying to swim upstream kind of things. Yeah, it kind of the positive definitely overbears the negatives there, you know. So
no movie is perfect. You're right, but
no movie is perfect. Yep. Yeah. Sure. George Lucas said, movies are never really completed; they're just abandoned. So for whether it's money mostly, or time, or availability of staff, and
hopefully
whatever.
They bring him back to do one more special edition of A New Hope. I know people would love that. Like, just add more CG.
Definitely.
Some things.
Yeah, the kind of OGs, these people who said, you know, I saw Star Wars in the cinema when I was 48 years ago or whatever. Those people love when you run through something through like the CGI filter, don't they?
Mess with it more, exactly. They're begging for him to come back.
You know what? They should just recast with a bunch of people who look like they work in H&M.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and just
Sebastian Stan as Luke, just have him redo the role completely.
Yeah, definitely, and a bit more stylish, like the farm gear. Like, you know, they could have styled them up like a fashionable farmer, you know, to make them. So.
There you go.
Yeah, they'd love it. I'm sure they'd love it if they ever remake A New Hope. I think that would be. Yeah.
Yeah, we're done here at that point. Like, okay.
Yeah,
we're good.
it'd just be. I don't know. I think I'd be nearly like join the Empire or something like that. It's kind of, I'm kind of halfway there. So
that's our villain arc for sure.
Yeah, like in fairness, if they do remake the original trilogy, these bastards, like, you just have to do that. Fight! Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to get through the rest of these chats. So. Yeah, so you heard it here first, or probably second, because you mentioned in this video, Artisan Borgullet coming. Thanks for checking in, Ryan. So we have, who else we have? Tiny Art Guy, Bob Singh's a big fan of Andor. That's good. We got Geo. Hello, collectors. I'm in between classes at work, but will drop in the chat when I can. Hope everyone is well. Thanks very much, Geo. And I'm good, and by the sounds of things, so is Marco G. We got Dublin's Devil again. Andor, proper Star Wars. Absolutely shitstorm. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Who else do we have? We got Jim Collector, of course. We have Marco in the chat as well. We got Copper. So Sideshow is no longer good for Irish buying of hot toys. It never really was, though. I would go. I look. It depends if you're comfortable with Hong Kong-based resellers. I buy a lot of my stuff, nearly all my stuff from Line Rock. But always do your own research. You know, read reviews, all that kind of jazz. Read up the pros and cons. Toys Buying Agent, I've used them before, and some very, very good reports and stuff like that. So yeah, check them out. What else we got? Oh, we do have a super chat here. We have Ian. He must have been drinking. So where do we got? We've got a super chat from Ian.
Let's fucking go.
Okay. So what is he spouting? Sending this because Shane is a... I'm not reading that. You deserve a super chat for what you do, mate. I'm trying to look at the acronym and trying to make it really, really positive. I'm gonna put that in the back burner, Ian, and I'm gonna come up with some really, really positive solution to that acronym. Thanks, Ian. I do appreciate that, and the abuse that you give me on a regular basis. Scottish.
I was hoping you'd be able to translate for us. I was lost on that one.
Have you not like have you never heard that word before?
No, I haven't.
Never.
It must be an overseas term.
No, it's like it's a slang word for a piece of the male anatomy.
Maybe
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks very much, Ian. You didn't need to do that. Well, you did need to give me money, absolutely. You didn't need to insult me, like, you know. Our relationship is mostly based on slurs, you might have guessed. Thank you very much, Ian. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I hope the hangover isn't too bad. So who else do we have? We've got Shiny in the building. We got Talia Meyer. We got King Dingaling. We got Paul Clancy. He's definitely Irish. And I think I'm getting up to date. A kind, nice old boy. Shiny is lightning. That was very impressive. Okay, we got Trevor. Sorry, Trevor. I saw you in the back there.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you doing?
It's going
It's a good day.
It is a good day. It's finally the day is here. It has arrived. So happy.
I'm curious to see if the chat can hear me like crunching into the mic, because then I can unmute or mute myself when I am eating. I've got snacks. I came with snacks.
I heard it in my headphones, that's for sure.
Pardon?
I heard it in my headphones, that's for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna mute the next time. So, all right. So look, I'm not gonna go through some of the basic housekeeping and all that. Yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it. Like, there's three things we got to talk about. It's all figures. So guys, just give me your thoughts on this. Can you see the screen, Marco? I know you're on your phone, but you can see the crack.
I can see it.
Hey man, whichever you guys want to dive in there and give us your thoughts on this. I can flick through the photos. You can tell me to go to a particular photo if you want, or go for it.
Go ahead, Trevor, because I know that you've got a lot of expertise when it comes to the rooted hair, and so interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that this is going to be what it looks like, but this should be it, right? This is a production photo because these are going to be in Japan. I'm going to be picking one up, hopefully. I don't love the eyes, and I know a lot of people have had a lot of problems with the eyes. I liked when people popped the mall eyes into the current one. I thought that looked better, honestly. I know they've done a little bit of darkness around the eyes and stuff. Listen, it's going to be hot, man. This is what people wanted, and here it is. So, the fact that is it only 1,500 or is it only 1,000? What is the count on this one, or is it 1,000 here and 1,500 in Japan? I can't remember.
I think it's 1,500 there and 1,000 here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who gets those 1,000 or what's the story. It's a sideshow job or what?
I think it's probably a sideshow job. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, so it'll be like fight to the death type of
them
thing
up already, which I don't know how they're doing that, but whatever. I was talking to a friend of mine who's going to Celebration as well, and we were wondering like what it's going to be like even at Celebration. Like, I mean, we're going to try and get there early Friday, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if the race there. I can't imagine there's going to be 1,500 people waiting in line at the Hot Toys booth, but you never know. I mean, it could be. And I don't know what the limitations are. Is it 1 per person, 2 per person? I don't know. So
how many days
15?
is the show? It's 3 days.
3 days. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they do like I've seen speculation, maybe like 500 each day or something along.
They might
those
allocate
lines.
them. Yeah. In which case, I'm guessing that you probably have to get there, get a voucher or something like that, and come back or something. They're going to want 500 people standing in line.
Yeah.
In the middle of the aisles.
So like, is it like you can actually go and buy it there? It's not like get a voucher and they send it out to.
No, sadly, I think you pick it up there, which is going to be crazy. I'm bringing.
It's not sadly for you.
Like some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So, are you going to pick up? Are you going to pick this up, or what are the exclusives? Are you?
I'm going to try. Galen Urso, I'm going to pick this up. I'm on the fence about that Kimono Trooper because there seems to be a lot of interest in it, and maybe the mall. I don't know.
Oh man, you like the mall, or would you rock and stock it, or what? Like,
no, but I have a feeling somebody I know is going to want it. So if I can pick it up, I will. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll get you. And then I don't even know what like import tax and customs.
I was going to say, are you taking an extra suitcase, or are you just going to try to ship it all back?
No, I'm bringing a big suitcase, which I'm putting a smaller suitcase in. So that will be empty when I get there, and hopefully it's big enough to hold maybe 4 of these, maybe 5. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I
This
guess we'll see when I get. I mean, I
is a
may end up
strange
with
one.
nothing.
Sorry, go on.
I may end up with nothing. We'll see.
Oh no.
No, I hope you you pick up what you need to pick up, and it's not too much of a scramble or whatever. But like this one's kind of okay. Everyone saw this coming. Like there was no like you didn't have a crystal ball for this. They were going to do a dark side or some sort of version, but they have, as when Marco says, you think they're going to zig and they zag. Instead of just going the dark side artisan version, giving him a blue lightsaber, branding it Revenge of the Sith, and then giving him a base which makes more sense and having the same amount of numbers. They've kind of gone for this, like, it's not Revenge of the Sith, it's not quite dark side, but it's kind of dark side. Do you know? So I've heard people say that, okay, we know it's not branded Revenge of the Sith, so they said they will be doing some sort of figures for Revenge of the Sith. Maybe that's when you actually get the Revenge of the Sith. Maybe it's an artisan dark side, branded with Revenge of the Sith, with the blue lightsaber, with some sort of a base which makes more sense for Revenge of the Sith, or they just do a sculpted and they don't actually limit it, So it's coming. So I would imagine, because how could they not, you know what I mean? How could they not like make all that money? Like there's a lot of people who want this, so it makes sense to drop out the limited ones first.
Yeah.
People are disappointed.
Total.
Bang. Do you know?
There you go.
It is a weird way to go about it, because I know people do want this and thinking that this is going to be very limited and they have to get this, but that's the Hot Toys way, right? Pull the old switcheroo, and then like in 6 months down the road, they give you the Revenge of the Sith version with the Sith eyes from that and the blue lightsaber, and
you're right though. I saw you talking about it, and these look more red than yellow. I think Revenge of the Sith was yellow, but then I've heard people say, oh, well, this looks like based on Ahsoka, but then, okay, there's no Ahsoka branding, so that's kind of speculation as well. So,
yeah, there's no Ahsoka branding. He does look, I mean, he doesn't look like they aged him for that. You know what I mean? As much as they de-aged him in that show to some degree, he still looked older.
You know what this one is, though? This is the Captain America D23 exclusive for Endgame? Where it had the broken shield and then they did a proper, so like capitalize on the FOMO. It's available now. It's extra exclusive. People are freaking out over it. And then another version comes out that's superior. That now this version is. I haven't seen how it does on the secondary market, but I couldn't imagine it's like goes for crazy money because it is the inferior figure, and that's definitely going to happen here. But definitely like for the point in time, especially for people that are going to the show, it's a cool exclusive, but. It'll for sure be there'll be a new version like we're all saying eventually. So it's definitely one that I want. Like I think it's a really cool concept. I'm always about these like what if or kind of artist interpretation figures. Those are always very cool to me. And so like if I miss out, which seems like highly likely, I think it's going to be pretty close to impossible to get on the sideshow drop. Then just waiting for the next one, but really going to try hard to get this one because it looks really cool. Like I think it's a badass concept. I like the red lightsaber, the red eyes. I think that's really cool, but I would settle for trying to get a dark side artisan the proper dark side artisan when that one drops.
And for you, does it have to be artisan hair? Because the artisan hair hasn't a great track record so far. Like would you be happy with a Revenge of the Sith blue lightsaber, potentially better eyes sculpted version, or do you need that artisan?
I think I need the artisan, honestly, which I don't feel like is the case for most figures, but I think for this one it kind of takes it to the next level. Like that likeness really is brought out, and I get there's been lots of controversy over just the light side version, but just watch Jetta's video. He's it was alluding to the same thing we were saying, right? Where like people were freaking out, and then proper shots come out and videos, and you see people that don't have the problems, and then the FOMO is really strong. And so, I think I haven't abandoned the artisan line just yet. I'm keeping that eye on like if there are large issues, but I think the artisan iteration of these just looks so much better than what you can do with sculpted.
To be fair though, right, Jeddah is at an advantage, right? He has a very good eye. Like his production values are good, his photography is on point, his videography is on point. He has an eye, he's able to style things. Not everyone is going to be able to style this out of the box. And like, say, with the InArt figures, some of the rooted figures I spent some time over the last few days styling. But it was relatively easy, like, because they more or less go out of the box. I haven't had one that came out of the box like a mess, like, that had, you know, glue or any sort of weird color ending. Like, I literally look into my right, and the InArt Joker 4-pack is there, and all the hair, I haven't touched it because I haven't had to. I have a few shorts up on my YouTube, and I have a few reels up on my Instagram for the restyling I did on the smirking jail cell Heath Ledger InArt Router Joker, because if you remember, I got 2 copies of the regular sculpt, so I sent back the one that came with the jail cell. Line Rock sorted it out. They sent back the one, the correct smirking version, but they packed it so well, the hair kind of compressed, and then with the product, it kind of hardened, so there was no volume in it. So I had to take a little tiny paintbrush and layer it up with water, and you could feel like the sticky kind of gel coming off. So like, thanks to Brandon Salad as well, he had done something similar. He explained what to do. So there's some sort of water soluble product or gel on it, just like normal gel. Washed out a load of that, took a toothpick and just gently separated all, and it was quite easy. It wants to be separated, and then like a bit more water, and eventually just brushed it to the way I wanted it. And now it looks bloody incredible, like, but it took patience, it took time, and I had to have a reference photo and yada yada. I mean, so my point is that, like, this looks good in this photo, and if it comes exactly like that, I think people will be happy. But if it comes off and people maybe aren't willing to, or put in the time and effort to do it, or maybe don't have the skills to do it, or patience, whatever, then it's not going to look as good as this. But
yeah, there's a level to this. Like, when everybody was kind of freaking out about the rooted hair when InArt came out and was, pricing and stuff like that, and a lot of the rooted hair that I had got done by people who root the hair is pretty perfect. I mean, you get it, and you can put it on the figure and not have to touch it. They've done all the styling and stuff for you. This is a mass-produced product. It's not quite as individually styled as that, and they have to transport it and have it look, as good as it can going through all the transport. Usually you get it from somebody who does rooted hair, and it comes, from wherever they are directly to you. It's not going through multiple, transportation and stuff like that, and different heat and cooling and stuff like that. So, they got to pack it for that and make sure it looks like that. I've seen a lot of the Gandalfs. The Gandalf from InArt looks great out of the box. If you put it up on your shelf, it looks incredible. The real hair makes it, adds to the realism, but it's not perfect. You know what I mean? And I've seen people style it and treat it, and it looks incredible. So if you've got that kind of time, it's going to look great. But yeah, I don't think you can expect perfection right out of the box. It's going to look nice. It's going to look good, but not perfect, and probably not as perfect as their production, photos either, because somebody styled those. So I think a lot of times what people want, I've seen a lot of people in the chat saying they just want, the sculpted hair for something like this. You know what I mean? Which may be an option for like the dark side, rots or something.
One thing about this though is that, like, I thought the prototype for the Artisan Anakin Skywalker light side was one of the most impressive 1/6 scale prototype head sculpts I've ever seen. Thought the hair was, obviously a bit fairer, a bit lighter. It had a kind of flowy, natural kind of texture to it, and the head sculpt and expression was a lot better and more natural. I don't know, did they Photoshop that or what's the story? Then we waited a while, and then there was a definite decline. And again, I'm not shitting on the figure, like, there was just a decline. Whereas this one here, this is good to go. So this pretty much should look like this, bar maybe a bit of styling in the hair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same problems with the original one that people had. And a lot of, again, like you said, a lot of that was just bad pictures. People not wanting to touch it and expecting it to look, perfect out of the box. You got to do a little touch up on this stuff, a little brush, just a little bit of a paintbrush or something, just to fluff it out or whatever. It's not that hard.
Wow, fluffing your figures. So, I definitely did.
Gotta fluff your figures, Marco. Gotta fluff your figures.
Crossing new lines every day, but yeah, I don't have that eye for for the rooted hair and like if it looks messed up or not. I think I've been fortunate with like all the ones that I have, which is definitely limited, but like no more than 10 figures. But every time I pull it out of the box, I'm like, oh, it looks good enough, and I haven't really had to mess with them. And so either I'm fortunate or I just really am not that picky. But Trevor, I wanted to ask you, what do you think that Hot Toys is doing differently than what InArt's doing? Like what's making InArt's rooted hair like a bit more superior? Is like kind of what they do with the hairline to blend it better, or the products they're using?
I'm trying to think if I even have. I don't. Wait a minute. Did I get what? What are the rooted Hot Toys that have come out so far? Wow,
you have the Artisan Joker, the Artisan Imposter Joker, the Artisan Anakin. This is going to be the next one, and Artisan Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Okay. So I haven't gotten anything. This is this Anakin is going to be the first Anakin that I get. Not this Anakin. The light side Anakin is going to be the first rooted hair that I get. So I haven't seen it up close, but from what I've seen, it could just be as simple as the glue they're using. You know what I mean? They're just maybe not using as quality a glue. It's technique, cut. I mean, it's literally you're cutting somebody's hair and styling it. So, you know,
it could even be the material.
You could go from one barber to another and get a better haircut. So, I mean, it's just,
absolutely. One of the things I do notice, even if it's the same hair, what I'm noticing is that Hot Toys, I think, have like, say, it needs to have like almost need 25% less hair on the figures I've seen so far. There's like they're putting a lot, maybe too much hair on the actual figure. Interesting. Plus, I think that like didn't Viper oversee the? I'm not sure if he's still overseeing the InArt teams, but he was definitely he oversaw the Heath Ledger Joker rooted project. I wonder is he still on it, and did he train them how to root it, or is it just a separate team that does that? I know he's in charge of the sculpting, I believe, but I don't know, does he have a hand in the routing, or?
I know he knows the ins and outs of it, so I'm going to imagine that he's probably got a hand in like training somebody who's now training other people or something like that. Or maybe he just knew the people.
Source the guy who can root stuff and able to.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to just, hi Phil, first of all. I'm just going to address some of these chats. So we got Austin Collects says, this feels like a concept if he beat Obi-Wan and Mustafar. Larry Walker liked the Doc Ock short and the music was great, so it's a Deftones fan there. Shiny, it's just weird they did sculpted Luke, Joker, Jack Sparrow, Moon Knight and others as Artisan at the same name, but not this guy. No, I'm pretty sure this guy's branded Artisan, isn't he? It says it in the... I can't tell if Shiny is being serious or not. It's just weird they did... Sculpted Luke. Sorry, no, I'm with you. He didn't have a sculpted counterpart. Yeah, neither did.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Neither did Bucky, the Winter Soldier. This is a comment I completely agree with. It's becoming more obvious with every release. Like InArt do better rooted hair. They do other things better. I do think they're tailoring as a point as well, but that's all this is subjective. But tailoring is fantastic. Even the quality of the figures and the ankle joints I find very well done. Like, and I know people are having issues, had issues with things falling off. I haven't had that issue, but I do think the ankle joints are actually really strong. But yeah, I completely agree with that. InArt rooted hair currently is greater than Hot Toys. Jim, I thought the rooted hair on the Imposter Joker seemed pretty good. Not as many on my InArt figures. Not as good as my InArt figures, but decent enough. The thing about that is the InArt, they could kind of put any hairstyle they wanted on him really, because they weren't going for screen accuracy. So I think people are less likely to critique that as much. What else we got? Bob is saying couldn't handle the anxiety of ordering Hot Toys rooted hair figure and hoping it's okay when it arrives. Yeah, it'd be a bit of a bummer if it's not, because you've a bit of work too. But however, you know, I'm only learning as I go along now, and if you want to check my the YouTube shorts I've done recently with the InArt Joker, just putting a little bit of style on it, just trying to get it there. I think it's turned out pretty good, but I'm keeping an eye on it. So yeah, what do you think, Phil? We're just talking about this one before we get to the other two.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I think the biggest disappointment for me is that it is exclusive. Okay, make the base exclusive, release your 1500s, whatever the case may be in Japan, but so many people have been crying out for this figure, artisan or sculpted, and then just to release it with 1,000 just seems insane to me. But I mean, the figure looks great. I agree with Trevor and probably a few other collectors. I'm not keen on the eyes. I prefer the Darth Maul eyes. I think they've missed a trick there, but they're going to sell it. They're going to sell it regardless. I've been waiting for this, or at least a 2.0 version, a sculpted version, for a long time. I'm not going to be queuing for this or paying silly money for this, so I'm just going to hold out and hope that there's a 2.0 sculpted version.
I'm going to give a hot take here. If I was in Trevor's shoes, like I was supposed to go to Star Wars Japan, but I had tickets, but which would have been great to actually meet you in person.
Yeah,
Trevor, I actually didn't realize you were going, but until a few weeks ago. But we kind of, myself and my fiance, we opted for a snowboarding trip in Japan. It's like I find it hard to go to Japan and not go snowboarding. Eventually, I was thinking about doing both, but Japan's expensive, and I had to opt for the I chose to opt for the snowboarding one later on in the year to Christmas, hopefully. Yeah, fingers crossed. But I am going to live vicariously through you. I'm going to be jealous, but like with that in mind, like if I went over there and managed to nab a Galen Erso or two and one of these Darth Vaders or two, I gotta say, folks, I would have no problem scalping them. Absolutely no problem.
No, that's going to pay for part of the trip.
This is, and the thing is, not people. A lot of people, I think, hide behind that, going, "Oh, it's just not fair, man." Like, maybe there's an argument. I think maybe if there's one guy whose job is scalping and just has few people he works with and pays them nothing to go in and stand up in line so that they get two each.
Which
and eventually
there probably
10,
will be.
And there will be. I get that. I get, and I get how that's frustrating. 100%. I get. But like in terms of me, like putting my hand in my pocket to pay for flights to Japan, which are not cheap. Tickets to Celebration are not cheap. Accommodation in Japan, ending in Japan, there's nothing cheap. And if I can reclaim some back, I would have no problem. Like if I came back and like Phil was like, I really really want that, and if I had a spare whenever, I'd be like, oh, quick around, we can work something out. Or if a friend had something like, you're gonna sort your mates out. But at the same time, I would be kind of going, look, I'm after offlaying all this. I'm after working hard to get this money. I want to claim some of this back. Yeah, I'd have no problem scalping. And I was, I wouldn't even give the whinge bags. To be honest, I wouldn't give the whinge bags the steam off my piss if they wanted it. Like, I wouldn't be listening to them. Like, so yeah, hot take. I don't care if you don't like it. Sorry, guys. Anyone, go on.
I was going to say on that note though, where would you? So you're gonna Celebration. You're gonna pick up. Obviously, collectors get wind of it, and 5 of them say, "Oh, do us a solid, Shane. Could you pick up that Artisan?" Where do you draw the line at helping them meet out? I
meet them all in person. I crack a pool cue, drop it on the ground, go, right guys, go for it. That's exactly what I do. I record it, it'll go viral, and
quick turnaround.
Look, you're going to have... People don't know who you've promised stuff to already. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I would either say, like, the truth... I'll tell them the truth, as in, sorry, guys, I'm in debt after this trip. I need to reclaim some of this back. Yeah. So this one, unfortunately, it's not for sale. Mm-hmm. In the same way that, like, I hopped on the wait list for a bunch of those things. One popped up. I know Eddie was looking for it. He was actively looking for it. The rooted... Joaquin Phoenix Joker, he was looking for it. Would you want this? And sorted him out. No problem. Yeah. But with the other Artisan, I didn't tell anyone. I was like, nope. I'm doing a giveaway in the channel. That's it. And that's the way it goes. So you just, I said, look. I think your friends will get it. Like you're. I know. I don't even want to ask you what your trip is costing you, Trevor, but I know it ain't cheap. No,
it's not. It's not. I mean, honestly, if I wasn't on this panel, I don't even know if I'd be doing this, because it was going to be a vacation for my wife and I, but she can't go now, so it's just going to be me. And I'm like, this is kind of dumb, but whatever. It's who knows? We'll get back there someday. But anyway, I'm at the point, like, I did some helping out at SDCC last year, and if you've been to certain cons, like you go to San Diego and you try to pick something up and it's like, hey, my friend Steph and I went to a UPS store to try to ship stuff back, right? So that we didn't have to take all this stuff on the plane, because it was a lot of stuff. they will rake you over the coals, to put it nicely. Okay, so it was ridiculous because these UPS stores here are independently owned and they can charge you whatever they want. It was insane. We're bringing a printer this year and just printing out our own labels through our own accounts or something like that and just dropping them off. But so it's nuts. And then to bring it back, you have to go through customs, blah, 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 with all this stuff. I'm kind of at the point where I'm kind of telling people, like, I don't know, man, you know what I mean? If I happen to end up with an extra one or something, I'll see what happens afterwards, but I can't promise you anything. You know what I mean? It's just,
but the people are probably crawling out of the woodwork. People are probably crawling out of the woodwork. Yeah.
Zord for the Hasbro thing, yeah. Yes.
Patrick, Zord Photography. Did you see his Instagram post yesterday?
No.
It was basically, I think it was a photo of this Darth Vader. He's like, okay, guys, I am going to Celebration. I've got a very, very large amount of people wondering if I'm going there. And sadly, like, I can't pick one of these up for everyone. And, and I was just like, he didn't even have to address that. But, like, it's kind of, I don't know, if someone was a really close friend and I was a diehard, I'd be like, okay, look, you don't have to, but is there any chance? And I know you've been inundated with, but like, I totally get it if people are like, no, look, I want this for myself, or I wanted to fund the trip, or someone's asked, a dozen people have asked that I'm closer to, have already asked. You just got to kind of get on with it, like, but that's mad.
Like you said, if I got through to something through Sideshow, and I'll try for almost all of them if I'm, if I have any interest, or if I think that I know somebody who's going to probably want it and trying, if they don't get through and I don't get through or whatever, I've done that, and that's cool. That's not a lot of work on my part. I sit there at the computer, you know what I mean? But this is a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work getting these back, and et cetera, standing in line. So there's work that's being done for this, and I can't always make everybody happy, unfortunately.
Oh, listen, man. Don't even try. So anyone have any other thoughts on this particular one? Do you think there will be a sideshow queue for this? Like, do you think sideshow will get a certain allocation of these?
I gotta think, right? Like, I gotta guess that's how they're gonna do it. I mean, it's weird how they say that on some of these other ones, there's like only 2,500 of them, and they have 2,500 of them on sideshow or something, and right, that's usually how it works. And then, like, how do Pop Collectibles get them, and things like that? So I don't know.
Maybe the number isn't 2,500.
It may not be.
Or maybe there's not as many people who actually really want these things as we think want these things. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think that's the case with all of these. This was hot. This one's hot. I think a lot of the things that they've done as those, those sideshow queue things have been things that I don't know that you could sell 3,000 of those. You know what I mean? The Bucky,
Loki.
Maybe
if it was Avengers 2012, Loki.
Yeah.
But like, the show.
I honestly think 3,000 might be a lot for that figure if they had produced them. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's possible. So.
Didn't the Stormtrooper? Sorry, that's so rude.
What?
Didn't the Stormtrooper a few of those? Was it Golden Cody or something like? Sat there for a while.
Yep. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Exactly.
Joaquin Joker did for a while before it went whitelist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that's the thing. I was going to say, who's asking for a gold clone or Stormtrooper? People have asked for this figure for a 2.0.
Right.
Same as Jyn Erso. I mean, if they announce tomorrow now that Jyn Erso is a freaking Hong Kong Japan exclusive, people are going to go nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we were talking about before you got on, Phil, is probably correct, but I don't like the way they go about doing it. Like, this is probably going to be an exclusive, and then they will have a Revenge of the Sith version of it with the correct eyes and a blue lightsaber and a different base, and that'll be more available, to people. So
I'm guessing, like, this comment is complete. No, this is sarcasm. He's just winding us up. This. Okay, I hate that look. And fucking,
it's like a news program or something.
Yeah. It's like we're about to have this argument. They just got three people who are on the opposite polar ends of the political spectrum. This looks. It looks like shit, man. This U-shaped thing.
Weird.
It's like what? It literally looks like I would just 3D print something that looks kind of, I don't know, half. It's like, where's the rest? No, this is terrible. Yeah, so he's obviously joking, like, but this, it's, yeah.
No, he's not. He's touting for business there.
Yeah. Get
your orders in.
Yeah. And Philly, I've seen what you can do, and you can 100% do better than 100%. I've seen this man's talents. Okay, we're going to move on from this. I really quickly just want to go through some just basics. So thank you very much if you were one of the 4,637 subscribers. It is greatly appreciated. If you're watching the show right now, please help out the show. Hit the like button. Everyone, a lot of time people don't hit the like button, or they say they'll hit it later, or they just don't want to. It does actually help the channel because it produces and shows the thumbnail to other people, maybe who are watching the rewind. It does help to support the channel, so it's massive. Just that hitting that like button, which is absolutely free, really does help to support and grow the channel, so it is greatly appreciated. So please take the time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, get involved. All right, on our way to 5k, hopefully hit that over the summer or sooner. I'd say the summer maybe. Shout out to the troopers, and of course the link to, if you want to join and become a channel member, it's a pinned comment in the live chat. So we got in the troopers tier, we've got Yomo, we've got Shiny, we got Lieutenant Weenus, we got Big Rib, we got the Ben Thomas Show, Caffeinated Comic Fan, Dogito, Stanley, Vita, Tiny Art Guy, Figurecraft, Blurred Dad Life, and I can't tell if there's someone under that as well. No, there's not. Okay, grand. 1-6 Shooter, who's here with us, of course. Figures and Fandom, Howard Potts, H and Silver Fox, who dropped a £20 super chat earlier on. Thank you very much. He only did it to abuse me, but he still did.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. Howard Potts, H and Silver Fox, Jose G Hernandez, Brian Wong, Eddie Money Mendez, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner. We got Mike Allen, we got Ryan Smith. So that is the Troopers tier. Now we do also have a Commanders tier, and they get their YouTube handle displayed at the end of all the content, like this. New videos on the channel. We got my review on the Jazz Inc. 1989 Batmobile. If you haven't seen it yet, I did a very, very detailed size comparison between the Jazz Inc. 1989 Batmobile and the Hot Toys 1989 Batmobile. It's on a short there. It's definitely well worth a watch. Very, very detailed. My thoughts on the newly released Artisan Anakin Skywalker. I think you just heard my thoughts on the Darth Vader Sith Apprentice. And now I suppose we got to talk about, I think we're up to date here. Oh yeah, grand. So giveaway really, really quickly, folks. If you want to be in, we're giving away an Artisan Anakin brand new inbox when sites will ship it out to me. Date is to be confirmed. If you want to get in, you should drop a super chat on any live stream, a super thanks on any live stream, or be a channel member on the night of the giveaway, which we will let you know. You don't have to do all three of them. You have to do any one of them, and then your name be included. Just to let you know that I am on the ball as well with this. This is everyone that is in the giveaway so far. On the left, you have all the super chats since the 3rd of February. On the right, we have all the super thanks since the 3rd of February as well. And then, of course, we're going to add in the memberships on the night, but we won't know that until the night. So we're going to have about 100 ducks. It'll be interesting. I might actually do heats. We'll go 25 ducks, another 25 ducks, another 25 ducks, another 25 ducks, and the 4 winners will go head to head just to keep it more interesting. Yeah, it'll be wild. Or just do 100 ducks and maybe do like a 10-minute race, something like that. Yeah, who doesn't want to watch 100 animated ducks fight it out for an Artisan Anakin? Yeah. All right, so
really quick, well, we're still on Anakin. If you want to share that one image that I shared there, I don't know if you can. If
I see it there now. Well, I thought I saw it. There we
go. So this is OT Customs. Sells a lot of custom pieces for 1/6 figures, and you could get away with this if you've got the the current Anakin, and you're not going to have a chance to get the Sith one, or you didn't get the Sith one.
I think these look better.
Nice. I think they look better too. These are the actual eyes. You're not going to have the darkness around the eyes unless you feel like painting. But I think it'd look good. I've seen some people put them in there, so at least the Maul eyes in there, and they look good, and these are very similar. So. Yep, these are available on OT_customs. He's also got Shane. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh, very cool. The eyes are iBad. Very, very cool.
I think they're like $60.
Do you know what I don't have though?
What's that?
There is absolutely no sign of my InArt Paul Atreides. Went direct to source. I ordered it day one.
Wow.
direct from InArt because they were saying international license, everything's great. Like, they make fantastic products, but they need to sort their shit out in terms of shipping, licensing, just like saying absolutely nothing for months and then popping up. Like, great products, but they could do some silly stuff. So just literally nothing. And then I emailed them multiple times, and then when they get back to me, like, oh yeah, we're working through them. We're in order of, I think they said whoever paid in full. But like,
that's not good. That's not good. You ordered directly from them, right?
Directly from them, day one. I paid the deposit. I didn't pay in full, but they,
day one. How the hell do you not have it? That's insane.
I know. Yeah, it's mad. But yeah,
that's got to be worked out. You're right. I mean, that is the one thing, man, that they still have.
If I'd stuck with Line Rock, I would have got it by now.
I ordered it directly from InArt. I've had it for a month.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Did you pay in full straight away? I only paid the deposit. That's what they were saying.
Oh, I might have paid in full. I might have had to. I don't remember. I'm not sure.
I've heard people though, like, because I paid you wouldn't have to, because I ordered direct from the site and paid a deposit, and then people who paid a deposit got their emails requesting their balance, and then had it shipped out, and they have it. And some of them are in like England.
Okay.
And, you know, so I don't know.
That's
bizarre. Yeah, it is bizarre. It is.
Just hold it. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't been that long. You know, and if I didn't have it now, you know, if I had waited a couple other months before you got enough to fulfill 80% of the orders, that would have been fine. You can hold off.
I get you.
It's crazy.
Any boys have a K2SO? I think Phil, you ordered this today. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, missed out on the original because obviously it skyrocketed in price, and then they announced that KX Enforcer from the Mandalorian a couple of years back. Placed a PO on that. Unfortunately, it was with Toys Wonderland at the time, and it's one of the figures that I never ended up receiving for obvious reasons. So yeah, I was quite pleased to see this today. I've been tempted a few times to go back and get the KX Enforcer, but it was just one of them where it just drifted away, and I never bothered really. So yeah, I'm happy to see this. I know this one is weirdly listed as Andor.
Yeah.
Not Rogue One, but
it's listed as Andor Season 2. Well, it doesn't say Season 2 there, but he wasn't in Season 1. Well, there was there was a droid that looked like him, but it wasn't. Yeah, it could have been him. So, maybe when they reprogram him, he'll say like, "Oh, I remember arresting you. Sorry."
That's right.
Yeah, you know that would be his humor, like, you know. So,
right.
Hopefully they're using the same guy to do the voice, because I think.
Oh yeah, Alan Tudyk. He's definitely doing it.
He's fantastic. But yeah, happy to see the release. I would probably preferred to have seen Jyn Erso, but I'm more than happy to see this release, and he was PO today.
Did you PO Andor too?
Yeah.
Oh, you PO'd. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know, it's just one of them days today.
All right, you PO'd. I'm gonna demonetize. You PO'd Andor and K2SO together. It's done, finished.
Yeah. And
all right,
I've been busy all day. I've been from work.
Busy POing.
Busy POing. Took my son to karate. I've come home. I haven't even showered or anything. I've jumped on the stream, so I've read no details about any of these figures.
We can smell you from here, man.
I know, it's terrible. Yeah. So yeah, I've had no opportunity to look into even what the accessories are. There we go. It's the first time seeing that picture.
LED light up. It's USB powered head sculpt basically, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's good. It's one thing that I'm gutted about the C-3PO, because he sits there dim most of the time.
I might go fusion reactors for that. He does a kit.
Does he?
And because it's only the eyes, it's usually about like $40 Australian, which I think is maybe about, I don't know, for you maybe £20. I'm not entirely sure in the conversion.
Oh, that's similar to the because I bought the Jawa fusions, and I think that was the same. I think he did me a deal because I bought two.
Yeah, good stuff. I have a few chats here. So Jedi Patrol saying Anakin looks like Padme just being made honeymoon reservations at beach resort. First 1,000 likes, get an Artisan Anakin. Don't even ever get 1,000 likes on anything. We have a super chat. We have a super chat from Vita, who is saying the Artisan Anakin will be mine. It just depends on how fast the duck can swim, Vita, but you're obviously in. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the £2 super chat. Thank you very much. Jim has heard nothing about InArt Hall of Trades.
That's crazy.
Kirk is saying I'm also waiting on InArt Dune, Paul from Dune. Jed has no sympathy for us whatsoever. InArt told me they actually snapped your Paul out of existence. If they could snap my Paul into an old DHL shipping container, that would be great.
Yeah, not a French airport, for God's sake.
Yeah, not a French airport. That's where things go missing. Paid deposit direct, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, so you paid deposit and they just requested the balance then, Ian, and he got yours back in January, I think. Okay, so kind of...
That's crazy.
Yeah. We have another super chat there as well by... Okay.
Let's fucking go!
Super chat by Therese Ertling. Anakin is tops. The Andor figure looks so good in my opinion. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat, and you're in the draw to win an Artisan Anakin Skywalker.
Thank you.
Do we know where the connection is? That's a good question. I don't currently. Yeah,
a little. I mean, it's great that they did that. I'm a little. I picked up K2SO, the original one, like afterwards. I also missed the PO, and I got a pretty decent price on it. But now at this point, I'm not sure if I should order this and try and sell that, or if that's just not gonna sell. I don't know. I don't need the rifle. The rifle's cool. I mean, I'm sure that factors into season 2, but
the rifle actually that didn't come with the other one. It was just the regular gun, wasn't just the handgun.
The two handguns. Yeah.
Did you say Book of Boba Fett, or did you have the KX-A Forester droid or actual K2?
No. I got K2SO from.
Rogue right. One. Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Like, and yeah, those eyes don't last very long. With the batteries, obviously, you don't want to leave them on, and it's cool that they got the USB now. So,
I always like the look of this design. It's intimidating.
It is a really nice looking design.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. Looking forward to seeing him in Andor.
Yeah, can't wait.
There's little rumblings that there's a scene with Vader, but I don't know. That'd be cool.
I've heard the same thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, look, I don't know. That's the answer on this. For me, I wanted an Andor branded Andor, and I think that's a very good segue. While I like K2SO, it's not a must-have, but I do really, really like it. Yeah, I think I'll be picking up Andor, hoping that they do an Andor branded Andor. So I think on that note, we'll share over here. So, right, opening thoughts, folks. You saw this morning. What do you think? We know what Phil did. He went straight for the old PO button.
Oh, I wasn't even out of bed, man. I ordered this in bed. This was it's amazing.
The two of you pre-ordered it straight away.
Oh yeah, it's pre-ordered. Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for Cassian Andor for what, 8 years now? Like, definitely.
9.
9
Came out in 2016, and next year is the 10-year anniversary.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I suppose 9. You wouldn't have gotten it for 8, but yeah, for a year later. But yeah, I think this looks great. I mean, I think the likeness is 90%. I think he looks maybe a little heavier, but then again, I may be having seen Andor lately, and he is older in that. Maybe he looks a little different. I have to go back and look, but I think it looks great.
He's a lean guy.
He is lean.
The head is a little bit wide.
Seems like it, yeah. And the hair doesn't help with that either. I like the way they did it. They do really good,
great sculpted
hair. Yeah. That one little piece over here, I would have brought that back, but it looks great, man. I'm really happy with it. I'm just happy.
Oh, the part on his left ear that flicks out.
Yeah, that might have helped
gotcha.
Narrow the face a little bit, but I think it looks great.
And you know what? They really are selling him. They're selling K2SO here.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, because it's like, okay, Cassian Andor is branded Rogue One. K2SO is branded Andor Season 2, but K2SO kind of has to be branded Andor Season 2 because they've already done it for Rogue One, they've already done it for Book of Boba Fett. Now I know that they've done straight reissues before using the exact same branding, but it's like they're giving you another reason.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna, maybe they do a whole Andor Season 2 line, and people want all the boxes to match or whatever, because I get it. So look, I've been on multiple videos and streams and saying I want an Andor, but I've also been very careful to say, because I know how the community is, I want an Andor branded Andor. I want that look with the long coat and the kind of Blade Runner style handgun. With that being said, I think I have to get this, because if we never get an Andor from the two things I do here now is not get it, hold out for that look, and even if they do an Andor, it could be they probably won't do the posh look an Andor from season 2 trailer, but they could do an Andor from season 1 or 2 that is not the exact. I get that they're not catering for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the Andor that caters for the masses, I feel, because it's 9 years in the waiting. People love Rogue One. I love Rogue One. Like I can. This is a triple threat right there. It's definitely top 4 Star Wars movies made of all time. Original trilogy and Rogue One. It's definitely there. Maybe it's 4. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's your favorite. I don't know.
It's a classic Rogue, Han Solo-ish look too, with the rebel jacket and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's iconic.
Yeah.
I hate to send you down this road, but somebody will eventually do a custom clothing set, I'm sure, for the look in Andor for this figure. So even if you want that look, I mean, his hair is a little different, a little bit longer, but it's close enough. You'll be able to get it if you want it. I mean, I don't know how much that's going to be, but somebody will make it for sure.
They do,
I don't usually do the whole, you need to buy this, support this, like, buy this figure that you don't want to tell them that you like. I don't do that. But this is still a triple threat. It's like I do love the character. I do love the source material Rogue One, and I do love this version. It looks fantastic. However, I just think Andor is the best writing we've ever seen in Star Wars. Like I just think it's incredible. So I would just prefer that. So yeah, look, I'm on board for this. I just haven't got the price from Line Rock yet or whatever, but
I'll get 2.
Yeah,
I'll have 2, man. I want Baze Malbus now. I really want Baze so I can complete the Rogue One shelf, and then I'll take a Cassian Andor from Andor for sure as well.
I think the head sculpt is good,
great,
man.
Right,
I think it's
really good
like
right there.
Like maybe in other angles there, it's like, okay, there's no way. I don't think there's no way anyone can convince me that this doesn't look like Diego Luna.
No.
I mean, I accept, like, I especially this angle here. This is like, man, this is top tier. This is like I tend not to give 10s. Okay, if the prototype for the Artisan Anakin, the prototype, not the product, I think that was close enough to a 10, man. The prototype for the Aragorn InArt, close enough to 10, so good. Like, how can you get them better? Like, this here, I think at this angle it's a 9. There's no way. I don't think there's no way that this is less than 8. But I get that the face is maybe a little bit wider. But that could be lens distortion. Could be the lens they're using. Could, more about this than I do.
If you look at the one, there's a shot where they show the rolling eyeballs. First of all, they sometimes really screw up the position of the rolling eyeballs. That one, the last one. Yeah. And you see the lighting, and Phil knows this. This is just very flat lighting. I mean, there's a little bit of a shadow, but it's not really nice portrait lighting. So yeah, and that other one had a little bit more portrait lighting on it, and it looked better. So I think it's a great portrait, man. I'm really.
I think they've nailed the expression, that kind of cheeky, I don't want to be here, I have to be here kind of look.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah, it's so good.
Just don't like that little piece of hair sticking out on the left hand side. I just wish they fixed that.
Man, these rebels, they don't have time to brush their hair. It's like the guy in Predator didn't have time to bleed. This guy doesn't have time to brush.
A little too chunky, but
it's fucking time. He timed to shave though, didn't he? A dry shave in the middle of the job. Like,
that's all very neatly trimmed. Yeah.
Okay, I know he was sweating bullets there, like, but that was the most bizarre. Like, why? Like, was this something that I don't know about the Vietnam War? That sometimes when it was really hot and humid, soldiers used to take the downtime to use the sweat to have a shave. That cannot be a thing. It isn't. Why would you have someone shave?
Probably could.
I'm trying to make sense out of something which is absolutely nonsensical, like, but We have got a super chat.
Love this.
Welcome to the club, man.
Let's fucking go.
And the super chat is
Hey,
$1.99 from
Alberto.
Noir Kaiser FX. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, excellent photographer. Follow
All right.
Alberto. He's excellent. He's very, very good.
Is that his handle on Instagram?
Noir Kaiser effects. Yep.
Brilliant. I'll check him out after. Excellent stuff. We want Andor. I don't know if you realize that Noir Kaiser effects, but by dropping that super chat, you are in a draw. You're going to be entered into a draw for a brand new inbox Artisan Anakin Skywalker. So thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. Jose wants a Bix figure.
Yes, absolutely.
You're here.
Yep.
Feel the Burn says, well. Mark Atkins says, I love the look of both Andor and K2, so I really like them together, and it's really selling me, to be honest. I'm just kind of going through some.
I want Luthen and Deidre. I mean, I'll be happy with that.
You
and
know
Bix.
that Deidre is
Dedra.
Dedra, sorry, has part Irish heritage, and so does the woman who plays Mon Mothma, and so does Fiona Shaw. Like they're three
Ooh.
very good.
Yeah, Mon Mothma would be cool too.
Yeah.
And a B2. I need B2. Yeah, that'll come with the Andor version.
I would love, give us the long duster version of Andor with that gun, branded Andor season 1 or 2, and throw in the droid there. I think
sure.
I'd be happy enough with that. But then again, if a Luthen, I don't think I'd turn down a Luthen. What are your thoughts, Phil?
Yeah, I think it's incredible. That's brilliant photograph with the three of them, though. Even if you just had, that's probably one of the rare occasions where you could put three figures in the
100%, 100%. Although I will say, I prefer this because there's a bit more going on. It looks like an action pose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Where this is all museum, but it looks
posy.
well. It looks very well.
Yeah. But yeah, fantastic. I mean,
now people are sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
Go on.
People are saying that looks like a movable
New
eyeball.
version.
And I think it is. Looking at the eyes real close, I think there's a little bit of you could just see that little bit of darkness around there that kind of gives it away like a gap. So I got a feeling they'll come out with another gen.
Hopefully. And again, I mean, if they do, then day one. I'm probably, I don't want to say as finicky as Shane. But
Pardon?
I was going to say I'm not as finicky as he is, Shane. I wasn't bothered by which Andor was released. That sounds offensive. Sorry, Shane.
No, it's all right. I really don't get offended that easily.
That doesn't surprise me. I was just happy to see an Andor released at this stage, because in the thumbnail showing 9 years in the waiting, you may not get I think you will get an Andor version, but we may not get the Andor version. And on the subject of clothing, if he has the prison uniform, does that mean you get custom feet? Because obviously he's got boots on.
But like, just going back to, it is the right move. Okay, it was the right move to do Cassian Andor branded Rogue One years ago. But
yeah,
I think they'd piss off fans, and I do think collectors would have grounds to be a bit annoyed, going, why are they branding it Andor? Why is it the Andor look? I've got all the Rogue Ones. I'm just waiting for him and Baze and Bodhi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this gives me hope that maybe they do the Baze. You know?
Surely they've got.
I hope so. I mean,
I was just going to say, even if it ends up being a Japan exclusive, surely they're going to release it.
Yeah. 10th anniversary, right? I mean, I don't know if there is
there would be something.
a celebration next year. I don't think so. What do they do it every other year? I forget.
Every 2 years, but I think there was COVID. There was threw that out of whack a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ben here. Hey, Ben. I was listening or watching your video on Cassian while I was preparing for the show. We love you too, man. 800, always 800. Yeah, I'm gonna, after the stream, I'm gonna send a message to to Line Rock and just get a price on this and lock this in because I got my pre-order list nice and low. 5 at Lion Rock, 2 at Sideshow.
Yeah, I just feel like it's been really, really quiet. I mean, I'm still waiting on a Jack. Surely Han is going to be released anytime soon, but other than I've probably got maybe 5, right. Well, top to 7 now on PO. It just seems to be. I mean, I say it's really quiet. It's really quiet for what I'm interested in, but
yeah. Did you get Chewie, Phil? You got Chewie, right?
Yeah.
I just canceled Hera because Hera was delayed, so I'm like, all right, that's good excuse right there.
Are you gonna pick it up again or?
No. No, I didn't. Shay, I didn't. You're with me that we didn't really like Ahsoka.
No, that's true. It's true.
And I just don't.
I thought from a Rebels point of view, maybe you'd.
No, I love Rebels, but I mean, honestly, if I thought that I could go out and get like almost animated, semi-animated heads for them, but I'm like, then I'm like, well, how much am I putting into this just to get Rebels? You know what I mean? I have
that's fair.
Black Series figures that takes the place. They're good. You know what I mean? It's fine. I mean,
I started watching Rebels. I'm on season 2. Vader's had come into it, and it's getting more interesting.
Yeah, now it's good. It is good. There's a lot of filler episodes in that show, but it is good.
If I got through Clone Wars, and that was 7 seasons, and I'm pretty sure I don't care what anyone says. The first 3 seasons, it was designed for 5-year-olds. It was tough going. Yeah. And then it gets a bit better. Cad Bane comes in season 4, and then I think 5, 6, and 7 are absolutely. Yep. Like all those last few episodes are just incredible. Like
that last season was amazing.
Yeah. Because I didn't do. A lot of people said, "Oh, just skip the filler episodes. You can get you go on to Disney Plus and just watch all the Ahsoka arc." And I get that, but I like completing things. I don't like gaps.
Yeah, I know, me too, man. Yeah, I did the same thing. I slogged through that stupid droid episode and all that crap.
Even now, if I wanted to go back and sort of recollect, I would probably still go from season 1, episode 1. I wouldn't.
Oh, I'm going to leave you on your own there. I would go back and skip the highlights. Yeah, you're on your own there. You are a glutton for punishment, man.
I am a glutton for punishment.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is you right here.
I've given up all chance at inner peace.
I'm keeping. I have a bunch of these. These Andor clips that I cut up today. Like I really like them. Just like fight the Empire. Yeah, I love the way she says this. These bastards. Oh man, bastards. Like in the one season, you have her monologue, Luton's monologue. You have is it Kino Roy? His monologue, one way out, and then like Andor just drops some gems along the way as well. Some one-liners that are just like he's a guy that's seen some stuff,
Nemec had a great little soliloquy there for a while, talking about how the rebellion is built and how they.
Nemec, why am I missing?
The guy he died
with the names.
Yeah, he died.
Oh, the kid. Yeah, man, he was good as well. Yeah.
Such a great show, man. Such a great show. I don't know. I really don't get how nobody. There's a lot of people don't like it, but I mean, I guess I get it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think sorry, Shed. I'm just gonna. Not enough pew pew exactly. Yeah. To get some pew pew, no KS2Os in it. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of pew pew.
I think there's gonna be a lot more pew pew this year, and I think it's gonna change some people's minds about the whole thing.
I hope they don't lose the dialogue though.
100%.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Completely agree.
I hope it. Do you know what? Even when you think of the action bits, then the that scene when I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it, but when Luton is followed by, we'll say, an Imperial Star Destroyer or something like that. It's not really.
Yes.
That was. I have a theory about him.
I do too.
Man, I think you don't have to. I think I just read your mind, so So you don't have to say it, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's surely to God.
A walking stick is not just a walking stick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Fingers crossed, man. There's also no way that he survives season 2. I have no inside line. There's no way he's. No way. I think he's going to be the big death scene. I
think Andor might die too.
Maybe, man. You never know. Yeah, this is where the multiverse splits and everything goes to shit.
Well, that's the amazing thing that people were saying, how can you make a show out of so? I know he's going to die. Well, we're all gonna die. You know, everybody in every movie you watch is gonna eventually die. But like, yes, you know how he dies, but there's a story before that. You know what I mean?
How many people went to watch Titanic?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there you
That
go.
is
Like,
perfect.
it made money. It cost 200 million to make, but it made a lot of money.
Oh, I thought they were gonna make it. I really thought they were gonna make it.
Yeah, for a second there. Yeah. Like, yeah. I would look. There was space on that door for the two of them.
That's right.
You know, but,
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm pretty excited for this. I just think they've done a good job. I think the head sculpt looks good. That image in particular. I like the way it comes with the two different jackets. The kind of, I presume the two different looks are. This one is like almost like a
vest. There's a vest.
Yeah,
like
a body warmer type thing. Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
I do wish it came with the little the parka. That would have been kind of cool. I know that would have been a bit much to ask, but that would have been nice.
Is that the longer?
Yeah, the basically
that at the start, was it?
Blue one that was like blue because of the Han Solo joke. That would have been cool.
Yeah, very cool. I think I'm kind of done, guys. If you're happy enough to move on, or is there anything else you?
No.
We good?
Yep.
I looked for Andor season 1 for the sort of Blu-ray 4K. Man, the prices are extortionate.
I know, man. I've been looking for that too.
Didn't I pick that up? I think I picked it up.
The steelbook is like about £200 nearly.
Yeah, crazy. I'm hoping with it, after the end of season 2 that they'll do it like a 2-disc sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
hopefully bring the price back down. But
Rogue One, they should make it a 3-pack.
maybe. Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah, you gotta jump on that pretty quick. Mark Attack saying anyone thinks they might do another. I think they will. They have the head sculpt.
They have the head sculpt.
Maybe they're getting this one done now.
Mm-hmm.
They know Andor season 1 has been popular. The hype is going to be huge. Like they're good. Do you know what I love about this, guys? We're about next week, and we're 12 days away from a Star Wars movie, brand new content from something that's really, really good, once a week for 4 weeks, because it's 3 episodes. That's 2 hours, unless there's some nonsense where they're 20 minutes, but I don't think so. No. You'd imagine that it's probably around 35-40 minutes, so the bones of 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think they're going to capitalize on it, especially if it's a hit. They just take that sculpt, change the hair, change the outfit. Bob's your uncle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and yeah, we will. I will definitely will. We have a super chat. We have a super chat from Bob. Thanks very much, Bob. Much appreciated. And Bob says, thanks very much for the £2 super chat. Greatly appreciated, Bob. Gotta go, chaps. Have an amazing time, Trevor.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Yeah, my one disappointment is I didn't get the Andor panel. I've thought about some people selling it, and I've thought about buying it, but I don't even know how that works or if that's even legit. So we'll see what happens.
Being there is always
Yeah.
Always different. You'll wear them out, all that kind of stuff. There'll be someone there.
Twice. The first time I went, we slept overnight to get into the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. And John Williams, if you'd seen the video, showed up. We were there. It was insane. And then I got to the Lucasfilm event a couple of years ago, and John Williams showed up again and played the Indiana Jones theme and the new Obi-Wan theme and some other stuff. It was incredible. Not to mention just all the stars and stuff, but seeing John Williams was wild. Yeah.
I remember in London like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2023. Mm-hmm. Like I was blown away by like the people there. Like there was Tony Gilroy and Diego Luna.
Mm-hmm.
There was Anthony Daniels was up there at one stage on the stage. Giancarlo Esposito, Rosario Dawson. I think Hayden was there as well. I think Ewan and Hayden were there as well. Maybe what's the day I was there? Definitely was. No, they were definitely. I'm not sure was that the day I wasn't there, but yeah. Incredible, like really, really cool stuff. So I'm gonna nail it there, finish it up there. So thanks very much, guys, for giving up your time, and thanks very much to anyone in the chat. So much appreciated to anyone who's taken the time to like any of the videos or live streams, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, drop a super chat, all greatly appreciated. And yeah, so stay tuned to the channel. I'll probably do a separate video on Andor there, and put it up maybe tomorrow or something like that. So it's maybe condensed thoughts. So anything you want to plug or advertise here?
No, I might do some lives from Celebration, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm just going to try and relax and have fun. But we will be doing the panel on Sunday of toy photography, and hopefully we'll record that, and I'll put that up on my channel at some point. So
that'd be good.
Do definitely take a few shorts as well. People will always always enjoy a good short.
That's true.
Cool. All right, folks. Well, we're out of here. Thanks very much for being here, and that's us done. See you guys.
Take care, everyone.